All right, this is the Undersound with Cherry B, and as I always say, this is a platform for up and coming talent, independent artists, all types of people. I don't only interview people that do music. I interview all types of people within our culture and within the hip hop culture. I feel like there's a lot of talent out here, way better than talent out now, and social media has made it easy for a lot of whack shit. And I like to push the people that's really like that. So this is why you're here. Introduce yourself.
I am HINIX. I'm originally from Gadsden, Alabama, but right now I'm out there in Georgia. I'm on some greats. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay, so I've had several stories over my career so far. So the first one that I like to tell people, okay, like when you're at HINIX, it kind of like if you drink alcohol or whatever, like Hennessy, HINIX, it kind of go. And at one point in time, like Hennessy was my favorite drink. Like that's what I was like sipping on, whatever. Like before I wrote a lot of my favorite songs or songs that everybody seems to love. But the second reason is like I'm very, very big on like the space and the unique stars and the new discovered planets and stuff like that. And I remember at one point in time I read that one of the stars, unique stars or whatever, was like exactly named HINIX, and then like a newly discovered moon or something like that was called HINIX or something that rhymes with it. So I just felt like that really fit me. Like I'm a unique person, I have like relating to my music. I have several vibes, like different genres. So I don't label myself a singer or a rapper. I'm just an artist. Like I'm just all about vibes.
Okay. Now you said that you from Alabama, but you live in where?
Georgia.
Georgia.
For sure.
So both
it's
environments.
It's all those areas are very similar when you want to talk about the environment, And I feel like it's everywhere. Like you got the very, very rough areas, and then you got the areas where it's like filled with love and inspiration. And the way that I was raised, like, I got two different sides of the family, and I got one family that's like, like more of the, like the, I'm gonna just say rowdy type side, and then I was also raised on the other side by the family that's more like Christians, like they big on their faith or whatever. So, now that I'm older, I realized like, even the rough side, like all of that played a part in who I am today. Like it was very, very well needed, So like with my music, I make music that's about love and happy moments, stuff like that, good vibes, but with like a up tempo type of, so I feel like all of that was big for me. Like that was well needed.
Okay, so when did you start doing music? Like when, like I don't mean when at a young age, I mean like when did you say like, all right, I'm gonna put this my first song, I'm gonna take serious, I'm starting like today and I'm putting it out?
It was last year.
Okay,
like,
so that's 2021.
Right, like I ain't even gonna say the beginning, like the middle of last year.
So that's when you put out Your Revive? That's
Right.
the first song?
Right.
So how would
Well,
you...
the first song was DNA.
DNA,
Right.
okay. So what was the inspiration behind that, behind DNA?
DNA was really like the transformation period for me as an artist. Like it was completely different than any song I had ever made. It was me kind of getting confidence and like just stepping out of what I was used to when it comes to music. And I had, people in my corner was saying stuff to me like, they don't try to be too sweet. They tell it like it is. Like, yo, like you can't keep coming with these type of vibes. Like I know you. Like you can do this. You can do this. Like let's get more into this. So, that day that I was told that by a particular person, I sat in my room for like hours listening to the same beat, and I was just like, what, let me kind of step out, let me do something that I know I can do but I have not done yet. So that pretty much was that vibe, it was different for me.
Okay, so DNA, so how would you say you grown as an artist between when you stopped, from when you dropped DNA until now, your spirit, how would you say you grown as an artist and changed?
Okay, so I could say that from that period to now, I've changed because it's like, at that time, I really didn't, I'm gonna be honest with myself, like, I really didn't understand the way like the writing process and all that stuff really went, but I knew I could do it, you know. So from that area, I can say that's the main thing that has changed. Like I'm more in control of like my cadences and you know how I'm saying certain words or phrases, stuff like that. I feel like it's like a full 360 for me at this point.
Okay, that's fire. So wait, so are you? I see that you did over 10 million streams as an independent artist. What was your most streamed song?
As of right now, I think it's been, I want to say Stay Down. It's the most streamed. Yeah, I gotta say Stay Down. See, honestly, me as the artist, I always like to be real busy and always working on like new songs and you know stuff like that. So I never take the time to like really like check into it. But somebody on my team, they always come to me and be like, "Yo, this what this looking like. This what's going on," you know.
Okay. So how was it? What was it like opening up for 2 Chainz? Talk to me about that experience.
That was a beautiful moment. I swear, it's so different. Like when you know grow up seeing people like on TV and you go to sleep with your headphones in and you hearing people all the time and you like, wow. Like at that time, I didn't even think like, oh, I want to make music or anything like that. It was just like, I'm a big fan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like to actually like perform, like open up for him, and then after that, like actually meet him, shake his hand, and you know see what his personality is like in person. Is like, yeah, like that was a big motivation boost for me. Like, yeah.
Okay. Is that the only artist you ever opened up for?
I opened up for a guy by the name of Young DG. He's actually signed to Wiz Khalifa out in Cali. So that was.
Oh, Wiz having a party in the city tonight.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Yeah.
But they cool, man. I love they vibe, man. They real. They ain't faking nothing. They real.
That's fire. So, do you have any like EPs and albums out? Cause I don't, you know.
Yeah. As of right now, I do not. I just got singles, but that's on the way though. Like me and my team, we discussing it all the time. Like.
Okay. So talk to me about the inspiration behind your new single, Your Spirit. What was the inspiration behind the album cover?
Yeah.
Album cover meaning, and then the inspiration behind the song.
Okay, so that album cover, I actually created that myself, and I got like an eagle on there, like soaring like in the mountains or whatever, and it's just like that was a symbol, like a representation of me finally coming to one with myself and freeing myself from the things that was first off like blocking my blessings and you know hindering me from being who I really am. You know, like I was stuck like in a phase, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people won't admit it, but I was stuck in like a fake phase. And when I say a fake phase, meaning like I was living my life based off of what I thought or what I felt people wanted from me, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't never had a mindset like, oh, I need to just be me, do this for me, you know what I'm saying? But I've grown way past that, man.
Okay. And that was the inspiration behind the cover and the song?
Right, it was just pretty much just like a real life situation. Like, you know, people just counting me out, you know, just for no reason at all, you know what I'm saying? Being mistreated by the ones that you cared about the most, and really like a battle with myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if everybody noticed, but you know, you got your spirit, you got your soul, and then you got just yourself overall, and it's like,
yeah,
my mind and
I know exactly
heart.
what you mean. Certain things bother your spirit that
Facts.
Shouldn't be around or block your blessings.
Right, like my mind and my heart was always like on different pages, and it's like, you know,
okay,
it's some kind of like a battle between myself, like they arguing, my heart and my mind arguing, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm slowly, you know, getting it back in there, like that groove or whatever.
Yeah. So what would you say what are some ups and downs you face as an artist so far? You start with the downs and with the ups.
So the downs I've faced is like, I'm gonna say like with my writing process, it's like I said, all my songs are based off of real situations, and some of the situations are so intense that it kind of blocks my mind at times. You know, it's so intense. It's like I don't know if I want to put that into full detail, or maybe I should just tell it exactly like it is, you know. So it's kind of confusing at times for me, and it's like, you know, I got songs now where people be like, okay, what's the hook on here, you know what I'm saying, or is this the bridge? It's like, I honestly cannot tell you. Like, this is pure emotions. I just went with whatever I was feeling. Like, if a beat did this on this part, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sound like this, or I'm gonna say this on that part. So it's it for real.
So and all right. So what are the ups?
The ups, I always gotta say my team first of all. Like, I'm big on energy, and my team, like, I love all these guys, man. Like, they all got their own role, their own positions, but they're bosses at what they do. They take it serious, but with all the work that they have to do for themselves, they still find the time to make sure that I'm on point as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, mentally, spiritually, you know, from even like the way I dress, how I carry myself places. Like, they like, yo, like, do this, like, make sure you on this, like, you got it, but don't forget it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they keep my energy up, like, they keep my spirits up and stuff like that.
Shout out to the team.
Shout out to them. Look, all artists know, like, you nothing without the team. Like, don't never count them out. You gotta have these people. You got to.
Yeah. So I see that you said your musical journey started in a church. How did that have an impact on you today as an artist?
So first off, mainly, it's like, okay, as an artist, you have to perform. You can make fire music, but if you cannot perform, then it's like you're gonna crash. So with me being, I feel like, honestly, performing in front of like a church crowd, that's the toughest crowd to me. Like, because, you know, like,
those are the most judgmental people.
Exactly, they're the most judgmental, and they some of them will be bold and tell you straight up, like, oh, I think you should do this, or read more Bible verses. That way, when you do these raps, it can be more spiritual and stuff. And it's like, I'm hearing this as a kid. I was a young dude, like, writing these songs, but at that point, still, although I was doing that, I never considered myself an artist. I just did it because I already came from a music family. Like, they all played instruments. The women was in the choir and stuff like that. So it was like, you know, Easter, you know, Christmas, all that type of stuff like that. I was writing all my raps on Saturday and having to memorize it by Sunday morning, and I'm getting up performing in front of all these people. So that really, you know, got me to the point where I'm at now, where, like, you know, some people may say, oh, like, in real life he's shy, he laid back, he cool, but on stage I'm a whole different person. It's like, yeah, like, them long nights in the studio, that's it. Like,
that's HINIX on stage.
Yeah, like, I'm finna make these folks feel me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I stayed up all night writing these songs. Like, I'm gonna make y'all feel this, you know?
So, where do you see yourself? Are you signed?
I'm not.
So, are you trying to get a distribution deal, or are you trying to get signed? A distribution deal, like, that's like the partnership deal.
Right.
Or are you trying to do the independent?
I know it's coming. I don't focus on it, but I know it's coming. So
okay.
Right now I'm just like, you know, I'm just handling business, doing what I know I have to do as an artist, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, me being real with myself, like, you know what I'm saying, staying on top of myself. Like, I'm knowing, like, these folks, when it's time, they gonna notice me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just doing me.
So you don't know what you want until they come? Like, you don't know partnership, sign, independent?
Yeah, like,
I know
as far as like a specific label, all that type of stuff, like, know what I want. Yeah, a distribution. I don't really know, like, into detail exactly, like, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody come different. You know, you don't ever know, like, what these people gonna offer, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, when it comes, like, you know, it's gonna happen.
Okay. Is there any advice you can give somebody that's trying to do what you're doing?
Look, I say this all the time. If you're gonna do it and be for real about it. Be serious. Like, this, it look fun and cool and all this stuff like this, but bro, I'm telling you, this is work. Like, it's gotta be a passion. This has gotta be something that your heart and your soul is really into. Like, you can only go so far, like, pretending or just being a entertainer. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to be an artist first and then entertain. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would tell them. Like, if you're gonna do it, be for real about it, like, and be serious. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not, eventually you're gonna crash. You know.
That's a fact. Okay.
So far, what I've been doing in New York is pretty much interviews, photo shoots is all the time. Like, it ain't even got to be like a professional setup. In this day, it's strictly to take pictures. Like, that's always going on. You know, connections, meeting different people. I always, like, on my personal time, I love to get out and go to, like, different clubs and stuff like that. That's like with different vibes, you know, because it helps me in a way. Like, when it's time for me to get back into my creative process, you know, I can write about a moment I had or a conversation I had with somebody, or just like a lot of times, like, I'm not even really a dancing guy. Sometimes you may catch me just like, you know, secluded, like back,
That's me.
just watching people. You know what I'm saying? Like, just seeing like, okay, this song playing, and then when this song is playing, I'm looking around like, okay, they piped. Like, I'm not finna drop this style. I am who I am, but I know the energy I need to have, like, with these songs, you know. So I'm absorbing like a sponge when I'm in these places, man. Like, even just the scenery, like New York, there's plenty of things to see. Like, it's very, very inspirational. Like, not even just at night, like even in the daytime.
How do you feel about the music business today?
I feel like, you know, everybody got their stories. You mainly hear about the bad or the weird or whatever, but it's like, you know, them people do what they do, but at the same time, this is a beautiful thing. This is a blessing to be able to, like, be noticed by the world and put yourself in a position to where you can, like, help people and, you know, all this stuff like this. Like I said, it's my passion, so, you know, I don't let all the weird stuff that comes, like the hatred.
You just go into it.
Yeah, like the hatred and the rumors and all that stuff. As an artist, you gotta know, like, that's part of it. Like, that comes with it. Like, it's normal. You know what I'm saying? But me, I'm just so into me. Like, I don't trip about none of that stuff, you know?
So what's next for you?
What's next for me?
I see you got a 7-song EP coming out. So
facts. Like, so that's gonna be the next big solid move for me. But, you know, more shows. Like, I love performing. Like, I do a lot of shows. I ain't gonna lie. Like, and I love it. So that's continuing on and on and on.
Okay. Any visuals dropping?
Okay, so the next video that we're gonna be shooting is a song that I got. It's unreleased right now, but it's called Away We Go. It's more of like a dance hall island type vibe, and, you know, we're discussing that. Like, that's gonna be so fire. That's something that I'm excited for the world to see. So that'll be the next visual that I'm giving these folks, man. They gonna love it. I know it. The energy is so heavy coming from that vibe.
Okay. All right. So I want to thank you for coming on to Understand with Cherry B, and I also want to thank you for showing artists that it is still possible to follow your dreams and do what you want in life, as long as you put the work in and stay consistent, because nothing is given to you.
Right.
So I want to thank you for showing artists that, you know, as long as you can do what you want in life, as long as you put the work in. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
So now just tell the people where they can find you, get you, all that.
Yeah, hey, appreciate you for having me, Cherry. But you can find me on Instagram at HINIX. That's HINIX on Instagram, and it's pretty much the same on all platforms. I do follow back too. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, we in New York.
I got brothers too old to be having friends. I got too dependent, so I need to million. Just give me the AP, no richer, no million. I put up the numbers wherever they should be investing and sharing, not stingy. Just trying to do right, never busy. I hear voices, I stop and I listen. Higher power than pay me a visit. Loyal to the game, if I switch, they gon' kill me. I stick to the script, watch me turn up the building. Good vibes only, I'm feeling the energy. Crazy how lovers and friends turn to enemies. Got their hands out, as if I own them. Be the ones never this shit for me. Those are vibes that'll never make sense to me. It'll never make sense to me. You tried to bring me down and you fell. I put my trust in you, you let me down, down, down. Now the joke's on you. Now the joke's on you. You tried to bring me down and you fell. I put my trust in you, you let me down, down, down. Now the joke's on you. Now the joke's on you. I but I'm straight. I done cried right the tears off my face. When I'm going through that storm, I embrace it. Shed a tear while I'm quoting my phrase. From the bottom to top, it's amazing. Fighting demons, I gotta stay faded. It was already written, I chased it. It was on the way, I can taste it. You tried to bring me